Hey there, Fletch from All Things Overlanding here. On today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how to remove the rear door covers and install a new speaker. So I'm going to try and keep this really short and just super valuable for you to walk you through literally step by step exactly what you need to do to take apart the rear door on a Nissan Frontier. This should apply to basically any of them from like 05 to 2020. So it should be helpful for you even if you have a later model truck, but there may be some slight changes, just so you know. But so again, let's dive into talking about taking apart this door and replacing the speaker. All Things Overlanding is brought to you by some fantastic companies. You should definitely check out the description and click through their links to see all the awesome stuff they offer. Companies like Red Arc for all your overlanding power management needs. Last US Bag, tons of amazing quality overlanding bags. Rugged Bound Supply Company, rooftop tents, awnings, roof racks, and more. And Northology Overland, guided overlanding trips and a free overlanding magazine. All right, so first of all, I'm going to stay out of the camera. I'm going to try and just point to the things, and then I'm going to show you close-ups of them to kind of give you tips and tricks around each individual piece that you have to remove. And again, I'm going to do this in order so that you know exactly how to do this step by step. So the first thing that you have to do when removing the rear door panel is this little plastic clip thing here. All right, so I found that this one can be a little bit tricky. However, I figured out a tip. The videos that I watched were all trying to get in underneath these little, first of all, these little tiny pieces that feel like they're going to break if you pry on them. They're also pretty tight in there, so it's hard to get. I mean, at least I have a pretty big trim tool. If you had a really small one, you could probably get in there easier. But what I found works really well is actually putting it in here in between sort of like the door lock and the piece and just sort of prying on that, and it just pops right off. So you can see the clips there in the back. Again, they all kind of just go straight into the holes here on the door. So you just want to pull straight out. That's all you're doing. Part two here is this piece back here. So back behind the door handle, this plastic actually has to come out too. You kind of just get your trim tool underneath it here and then kind of pry it forwards. Basically on the back there, there's, you know, a clip at the top, clip at the bottom, clip at the front. Just that easy. Again, there's a little lips here that you can get your tool in just to prop that out, but then you just pop that right out. And then you can see behind there is this 10mm bolt. So you're gonna have to remove that before you can take the door panel itself off. After you've done that, then you need to remove the sort of armrest piece here. All that it is there are just some straight clips that run down here and then like one in the back. They all go straight down. So you're literally just trying to pry this thing up and off. So you might even just be able to, yeah. So see, like I just used my hands. I didn't even use the trim tool. But as you can see, look, there's clips that go right down and then this one in the back here and then maybe one in the front here. But so you literally are just pulling that straight up off and then you're good to go. For some reason, these are 10mm with Phillips heads. And then this one, at least in my truck, was just a 10mm with no Phillips head. So if you just want to be simplified, just use a 10mm on both of them. But so again, let me pop those off here. So then once you get those three top parts off, then you're going to want to come down to the bottom of the door with your trim tool, and you're going to want to pry out. And you're going to hear clips kind of pop. You can see this little sort of hole right here. I think that's actually for drainage, but that's where I go in with my pry bar, my tool. And basically you're just going to sort of pry on it, and you hear that pop there. That's the clips letting go. And then you can work your tool around and keep popping out the rest of the clips. So then once you have that all popped off on the sides and it's loose, all you're going to do is lift up. Now remember, if you have the power windows, this needs to come out. So again, what I did is lifted this up a little bit and then just pop that right out. And then it will just slide down through the hole. Just like that. And then you're loose. Panel's off. Now that'll give you access to the speaker down here. There are a number of ways to mount it. What I would probably recommend, honestly, is going to Crutchfield and buying supplies from them, just because I've had a lot of good luck with them. They're pretty good. They send you all the stuff that you need for it. I'm cheap, so I didn't do that. I just bought the regular speakers, which I will link to. I bought some pretty inexpensive ones that are 3-ways from a company called Boss, which I've used before back in my younger days. They've been around for a long time. They make cheap stuff, but again, compared to these stock speakers, which are terrible, they're going to be better. Then as far as this reassembly goes, it's basically the same thing in reverse, right? You're going to take the top part of the door, you're going to slide it down so that it fits back into that channel, and so that the rubber weather stripping goes over it. You're going to pull your power window switch panel back through the hole and sort of clip that into the place. Again, they just have clips that go sort of straight down, so it's super easy to do. Then once you get that on, you just kind of tap it with your fist all the way around the door. Just kind of go all the way around the door and knock it so that all the clips go back in. And then once all the clips are back in, then you're just following the steps in reverse, right? You are putting in your 2 bolts back here. You're putting in your 1 bolt over there. You are refitting this panel back here. Then you're refitting this one, refitting the armrest, and you're done. It's that simple. All right, so again, my intention with this video was just to really quickly show you how to take the door apart, sort of step by step, make it as easy as possible for you. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, especially if you're a Nissan person, I do Nissan DIY stuff all the time. I make videos about, you know, do-it-yourself mods, custom modifications, things that I just do cheap, just for fun. So if you're into that kind of stuff, if you want more content on that, definitely click that subscribe button, click the bell to be notified when new videos drop. I also do overlanding stuff and camping stuff, so if you're into anything like that, definitely click that subscribe button. Also in the description down below are links to any of the products that I mentioned in the video, as well as all my social channels. So again, if you like the content, you want to come hang out, I'd love to have you on Facebook, Instagram. I do a podcast every week, so there's tons of content. Just come hang out. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.